In this video, as usual, everything in details, how to replace old worn out shock absorbers. I will show you everything. We are working on a Ford Super Duty. This is 2014 year model with a power stroke diesel. Let's get started. Okay, first my wheels are choked. Make sure truck is not going anywhere. Tire is off. Up. I have a jack underneath and it's sitting on a jack stand. Make sure we're safe. Yeah, before starting tearing everything apart, let's confirm the issue. As you can see, bottom shock absorber bushing is completely worn out down to the metal. Not acceptable. We have to get it replaced. Yeah, this truck has 6 inches left. Yeah, bushing is cracked. I'm going to use ProComp ES shock absorbers as a complete kit. Part numbers I will put down in the description below to this video. Yeah, it's a gas nitrogen loaded shocks. Well, they should last a while. Here's a part number. Yeah, it's a good quality product. I like the brand. It's not sponsored video, but for heavy duty pickup trucks, ProComp, in my opinion, is pretty good option. Okay, guys, if you have any questions, comments, critics, suggestions, concerns, any opinions, put everything down under the video in the comment section below. Yeah, and if you're not a subscriber, give me a favor, please subscribe to the channel. Very appreciated that. Okay, let's clean the bottom mounting bolt. All that road grind and dirt and rust, a little bit of lubricant. I'm using a penetrating oil, safety goggles of course, and we're using 18 mil, and of course my favorite 1/2 inch rigid impact. Yeah, best tool, serves me very well. Let's knock that bolt out. As you can see, I'm using a pry bar to drive that bolt out from the bracket. There we go. Bolt is out, and on the back side is a plate nut, self-locking nut. We'll get that one out later. Let's pry that bottom part of the shock absorber up and get it off the bracket. As you can see, this shock still has some pressure, but we're going to replace it anyway. I already replaced the shock absorber on the driver's side. That one was completely dead, drained, empty. Yeah, we're not going to just replace the bottom rubber bushing and save the passenger side one. You usually normally have to replace both sides to get a proper ride and better handling. Okay, as you can see, it was even rubbing on a eyelet. Yeah, it's damaged. It's not good. We're not going to cut the corners, and you can see, because bushing was completely shot, shock was riding on a bottom of the bracket, metal to metal contact. You don't want that happen, and yeah, that might also cause clunking sound. Yeah, there's a wear from the pin. Yeah, not good. Okay, here's a new one. I'm going to use it, and it'll be day and night difference. Okay, let's clean the threads at the top, and we have to remove the upper nut. Yeah, usually those ones can be a little bit of struggle. They don't come out very easy, but we'll see how this time we'll be lucky. Okay, threads are clean. Let's apply a penetrating oil. 14 millimeters wrench. I have a ratchet wrench to undo that nut, and I'm using also adjustable aka crescent wrench to hold the shock absorber rod. It works sometimes, it doesn't. And let's try. No, actually I got those edges rounded a little bit. Vice grips to help. I will try to hold the rod with the vice grips. That shock absorber rod is very hard metal, usually doesn't grip well, and but we'll try to have a good bite. And no luck, as you can see my rod is spinning and the vice grips they're not holding anyway. And we are going the hardcore way. Angle grinder, magic trick. Yeah, careful working with the power tools. Safety goggles, earmuffs. Yeah, that's what I usually do. Safety first, and yeah, a little bit more. Let's just cut it off. We're not saving this shock absorber. We're not. I don't care. We'll just chop it. Beautiful. Okay, we have it free. Shock absorber just came out. Guys, click that notification bell over there. Make sure we'll have all notifications when I will post the new videos. Yeah, thank you. Okay, let's remove the rubber bushings and pull the rest of the rod out from the bracket. As you can see, yeah. Well, upper bushings are not too shabby, but we're not going to reuse them anyway. Yeah, and those washers as well. But let's take a look what we have. Okay, on the passenger side we still have some pressure in it, and the driver's side was completely shot. We have to reuse that nut. Now we need to take it off anyway, but it will be much easier. I'm putting the rod in a vise, and it will have a much better grip, and it will come out. Yeah, we need that nut. And of course, now rod has no way to spin. Alright. If this video is helpful, informational, well, might be interesting to watch, please put a thumbs up. Appreciated that. As usual, I'm trying my best to cover every single detail. Make sure you won't miss any important parts. In my opinion, make video as short as possible and long as necessary. Okay, there's a rubber dust boot. It's an old shock. We're not going to reuse it. We'll just check it out, how it looks like. And yeah, it's visually still intact, but no, we have a hole, we have a split crack, and replacement part came with a new rubber dust boots. We're going to use them before installing the shocks on the vehicle. Compare your old one you removed to the new one, just a visual dimensional inspection and comparison. Make sure they're the same. Yeah, and new shock absorbers came with a new bottom bushings and a sleeve. We'll put them in like so. Everything's made to fit nicely when it's new. Alright, and bushing on the other side, they will fit right in like that. Beautiful. Okay, there's a bolt. We're going to reuse it. Let's clean the threads with a wire brush. You have a wire wheel, you can clean it. Make sure threads are clean. It will make our installation process much easier. Okay, just wire brush all that rust debris, and just clean this nut. As you can see, there's a stopper nut with that extended wing. It will lock up itself against the bracket. I'm using a little bit of anti-seized compound. Might help someone who will be replacing this shock absorber next time, or if I will be doing it at some point. Okay, especially when you're working on steering suspension parts. Yeah, okay, bolt is ready. Let's just put a new boot, new shock absorber, new boot. Before putting a shock back on a vehicle, we have to put a boot on. Okay, as you can see, it all slides right in like that. Pretty easy. Alright, and just leave it like that. we'll put a plastic zip ties after we will get a shock absorber in. Okay, for your reference, just take a look how bushings were installed originally on an old shock absorber. Compare them. Yeah, they have a little bevel. Yep, they're identical. Just one difference, they're new. Yeah, big difference. Okay, let's get them in. Okay, those bottom upper washer. Let's clean the bottom bracket mounting seat as well. Make sure there's no dirt, no grind. Just do the clean, nice assembly. I'm washing all that debris what can sit with a brake clean. Just clean the upper mounting point. As you can see, a little bit of dust and dirt was sitting at the top. Now it's all nice and clean, and just give it a little splash of brake clean. Yeah, works great. Some clean parts. Okay, and let's just wipe it. Keep it clean. Good new parts assembled in a right way. Okay, now we're just putting upper part of the bushing inside the hole. As you can see, it just fits right in, like so. Yeah, all made to fit. Okay, upper rubber bushing is in place. Yeah, and a washer at the top. And we're going to put a bottom one as well, and we need a metal washer. As you can see, it fits just upside down, like so. All right, perfect. Okay, I'm just applying a little bit anti-seize to the bolt. It will help us to slide the bolt in a little bit easier, and in a minute I will show you how to align the hole. Let's get a new shock line up with the bottom bracket. I'm using just a hole punch to align the holes. Make sure it's all in one straight line. With the bolt it might be a little bit hard to get all lined up, and now bolt just slipped right in. Yeah, perfect. Now we'll start a nut just by hand. I'm not going to tighten it, torque it yet. We'll do it in a minute. I will show you how. Okay, we'll just make sure everything's in place. Let's just get bolt in and start a few threads. Yeah, just spin it by hand, and we have a little bit of anti-seize on the bolt, and makes everything much easier to turn. All right, threads started. We'll leave it like that for now. We'll get back to it later. We have a 6-inch Pro Comp lift kit on this truck. Okay, I'll just rush it over the bolt and get it threaded. Okay, there we go. Speed it up. Okay, now we're going to the top. Unleashed our shock absorber. Go fast. Boom, and it will extend on its own. Gas is pushing. Yeah, here we go. It's lined up. As you can see, everything's pretty straightforward. Installation is opposite to removal, same as we did. Okay, and we have to put the upper part of the bushing, rubber bushing, and a washer. Torque specs for the upper nut: 35-40 foot-pounds of torque. Unfortunately, I don't have a footage where I tightened that nut. Camera for some reason wasn't recording. All right, bushing are on, upper washer on, and yeah, put a nut back and torque it right up to the required torque. Okay, and then we will get that dust put later. Let's get to the bottom, and now we can torque the bottom lower bolt. just a lower bolt, around 110 foot-pounds. Yeah, always check your service repair manual for any specific torque specs, whatever vehicle are you working. And this video is just for demonstration how I do it, what works for me. Okay, now time to secure the rubber dust boot. This rubber boot protects rod and seals from dirt getting in and damaging the sealing surface of the seal, and protecting rod for any mechanical damage. Yeah, and that makes shock absorbers to last a bit longer, but as you probably know, most of the shock absorbers don't have rubber dust boots. Well, but in my opinion, it's nice to have an extra layer of protection. Okay, looks good. I like this red color boot. Here we go, nice and tight. Everything takes time, but nothing takes longer than same job you have to do twice. Do it right, and that's it, and forget about it. Okay, let's just put a upper plastic zip tie and secure that boot in place, and it will be there for quite a few years. Should be fine. Here we go, nice and tight, and cut that end. Make sure check everything before putting the wheels back. It looks nice and clean, new. Bolts, bolt torqued, not torqued. Check it. Yeah, I like it. Well, here's the old one, absolutely destroyed. Well, seen the better days. Now you will go to the recycling bin and eventually will get scrapped, and then who knows, well, it might serve as a metal for making another shock absorber. Yeah, beautiful, I like it. And as a cherry on top of the pie, let's put a plastic sticker, Pro Comp, and yeah, ES 9000 series. Guys, appreciated your time watching this video. Yeah, as you can see, everything's doable. If I can do it, you can do it as well. Yeah, not a big of a deal. We'll save you $1, you know, learn something. Yeah, how to service your truck. Yeah, it's a great truck. Ford makes a good trucks. Yeah, but like everything needs care, maintenance, and sometimes repair. Well, let's try to compress this guy. And it's not coming out. No, done. Well, I'll scrap you. Thank you so much again for watching the video. Take care, everybody. Yeah, stay safe. Yeah, take care of your equipment, and your equipment will take care of you. Bye bye now.